This Ohio State Highway Patrol file holds the report of Trooper Ivan Tietz in his pursuit of a disturbed man who victimized innocent women. Trooper Tietz reenacts his own dramatic real story.
Gary Jenner is a social misfit. Even in high school, he kept to himself, unable to make friends.
What the hell's your problem? What the hell are you doing? Don't get close to me. Get away from me.
After breaking up with his girlfriend 2 weeks ago, he began following young women on the Appalachian Highway. He rams their cars and tries to kidnap them in a bizarre act of revenge. Although 2 women have reported the incidents, authorities haven't been able to catch him.
How many drunks we get last night?
Tietz, arrest this guy. I've got a daughter that drives the Appalachian Highway.
A month after the attempted kidnapping, an Athens sheriff reports another ramming incident. Lieutenant Merrill Lehman assigns investigator Trooper Ivan Tietz to catch him. The trooper meets with Athens County Sheriff John Hicks, investigator Phil Masai, and prosecutors investigator John Hopi.
Let's catch this guy.
The rammer strikes again that night on a different stretch of highway. The driver's boyfriend, asleep on the back seat, manages to get the first 3 numbers of the license plate, giving troopers their first real clue. Using a list of cars registered in the area whose plates begin with 163, sheriff's deputies have 2 possible leads. Trooper Tietz has tracked one suspect to a local factory. He develops a plan to use physical evidence to see if the car belongs to the rammer. He rubs an ultraviolet crayon on the car's bumper, figuring that it will leave a mark on any car that it hits. The suspect waits for his next target. A man in a jealous rage and another victim in jeopardy when we come back.
With Quell.
A young man, angry over breaking up with his girlfriend, rams young women drivers at night on a deserted Ohio road. When troopers get a lead, they mark the man's car bumper with ultraviolet crayon to try to catch him. The woman gets off the road and calls the highway patrol. Trooper Tim Literal hears the call and pulls the car over.
Good evening. Good evening. You see your driver's license and registration, please?
Sure, officer. This is what we've been looking for. You see the glowing of the crayon that we used on the bumpers?
Mm-hmm.
Trooper Charles Chapman finds fresh marks from the ultraviolet crayon on the most recent victim's car. Trooper Tietz is notified that a suspect is in custody.
Gary, we've seen the same marks on the victim's car. We're going to use this evidence in court. You want to tell us about it now?
Gary Jenner confesses to half a dozen ramming incidents.
Okay, Gary, you're under arrest.
The rammer, who had no prior criminal record, pled guilty to felonious assault and kidnapping. He was sentenced to 25 years in prison. Charles Chapman still patrols Jackson County as he has for 21 years. Tim Literal is still a trooper in Jackson County, Ohio.
The impact on the victims of this type of crime, it was sheer terror for these ladies. Several of them said they were afraid to travel alone. after dark. They just started being more cautious.
Ivan Teets is still an investigator with the Ohio State Highway Patrol.
Next on H&I.
A car hydroplanes when the tires ride up on a film of water and traction is gone. It's almost like a boat skimming along the surface of a lake. Disaster can follow in the form of an uncontrollable skid. There are two main causes of hydroplaning: tire tread and speed. Take a look at your tires. Deep grooves mean the tires are better equipped to dispel water and maintain road contact. But even more important, don't try to drive as fast on wet roads as you do on dry. Slow down and leave hydroplaning to boats.